אוקיי. ליטרלי אותו מצב שהיה לי קודם. פארט 2 של הלייב, גם אפילו שאני לא עושה לייב. בואו נמשיך לטריאל של Bridge to the Turnabout. עד בפברואר 11:15, דסטי קול דפנדנט מספר 1. דפנדנט לובי 1. Excuse me, Mr. Edgeworth. I'm not really sure what to say. Iris, we only have 20 minutes. There are two things which I need to ask you before we can reconvene. Before we reconvene. Right, I'll help you in any way I can. First, about that night. You really didn't go to the inner temple, correct? The last witness claims to have met and talked with you in the training hall. Either you or Sister Bikini. It's a lie. Mr. Edgeworth, it is just as I said yesterday. Until the incident occurred, I was in my own room in Hazakura Temple. Very well. Second thing, then, that night, the temple snowmobile was used in between the time Sister Bikini returned to the main hall and when she bore witness to the murder, somewhere between 10:30 and 11 p.m. Were you the one who used the snowmobile? There's only one key for the snowmobile. The only person who could have used it was me. So it was you. But why? What made you go out to the ski bridge? I'm sorry, Mr. Edgeworth. Come on. 5. חזרה ל5! חזרה ל5! Iris? I can't tell you about that. Yet. Yet? Not until her safety is confirmed. Her? The safety of the acolyte. The acolyte, huh? Must be talking about mine. Oh my god, Iris! Iris, look me in the eye and tell me the truth. Did you kill Ellis Dirksnim? No matter who or what may come, I could never take a life. As I thought. No psychologues. Very well. It is my job to get to the truth. To discover this for yourself soon enough. בחודש 36, קורטור מספר 7. Court will now reconvene. Swankar, where is the witness? During the break, a man was detained for suspicious behavior in the gallery. Suspicious behavior? Was sketching something very intensely. There are asked what the witness was sketching when he was detained. He drew a terrifying woman, armed with a demonic face and a vicious whip. נראה לי הניסה לצייר אותך. Anyway, it's time to drop this prophetic excuse of an artist before the court. Lorena stalks them. I hope you're ready. Get in here. It would seem that the whip is going to see plenty more use today. Oh! This sketch is in contempt of this court. Hey, I'm just thinking of real. Oh! You tried to run away from the bailiff who was trying to hand you your subpoena, correct? Oh, look! The Nothing but a fletching artist, chilling out in the mountains. Only down here in the city because we're out of green paint. I'll use the technical term for the color, Viridian. Larry, this isn't an art store now, is it? No, I got you to junior high, okay? Look, it's all about working in the fields, isn't it? Working in the fields? I presume he wanted to say field work. I hope. That's it. Thanks, buddy. It's kind of sad when I was able to understand this mangled chainwork of a sentence. Just happened to stop in here and found a wonderful new model. Franziska? Oh, see? I've got nothing to do with this job at all. Acknowledge your faces to be red when you realize this mistake. Bright red. Or there's the technical term, Crimson Lake. Oh my god! Stop your pathetic blabbering and testify like a man! Afraid for whipping me, Miss Von Karma. Cross-whipping is as bad as cross-examination. Witness! That was all your fault. Testify now. This is too much for me. Bra, Larry. I was at the lodge out in the mountains, looking out at the stars that night. I walked the bridge a number of times, but didn't see a snowmobile. Didn't see anyone on the bridge that night either. My girl was waiting for them to show up. My teacher died on me. Oh no! Aren't I, AG? My god. Wait. Witness! Where's the level talking directly to the lawyers during your testimony? I'm just a nobody. Nothing but a small worthless man, aren't I? And why wasn't I asked for my name and occupation or anything else? Sir Dwarf, this man seems to have a severe inferiority complex. He's recently been a case of numerous incidents. I think he's finally realized for himself just how much of a nuisance he has been to other people. Yeah, that's right, I'm behind everything! Every case! Watch out, okay? This touching me will make you eternally unhappy. Well, let's proceed with the cross-examination. No touching, thank you. We can delve into other details at a later time. I was at the lodge. I walked on the bridge a number of times, but I didn't see a snowmobile. Hold it! Larry! You really didn't see it. Hey! No need to ask, I can hear you! I didn't see it! I didn't see a snowmobile! Larry? Say snowmobile for me, please. Snowmobile? If you truly have nothing to hide, then why are you stammering like you've just flew over a cuckoo's nest? Shut up! What is this? I don't know, don't ask me! It seems that I will need to start from a more obvious contradiction. I'm going to start the blow that will find Karen just finally spill the beans. ניחוש שלי? לזרוק את הטייר טראקס. לא! Okay. Hold it! A number of times? How many? Maybe 5 times? I want that for 20 minutes. Which means you spend almost 2 hours at Heavily Hall that night. so bad. Your love is about waiting with your heart in your hands. Love, you say? It was this man's intention to summon the defendant to the small shack, using this blackmail there. Blackmail? No, that was simply a product of a no! You huffy puffy, loosey goosey, excuse a whipping, whining wuss of a witness! So, I hope... So, what do you say? I hope for your sake you saw a snowmobile. You huffy puffy, loosey goosey, excuse of a whipping, whining wuss of a witness, eh? Well, you see... Being called those names doesn't seem to bother him at all. I didn't see a snowmobile. I didn't see anyone on the bridge. Hold it! You didn't meet anyone. That's right, because I've got nothing to do with this. I'm just trying to buy some Viridian paint, okay? Oh, I expect those Crimson Lake faces now. It appears that simply pressing him isn't going to be enough, Mr. Archibald. Indeed. It seems that he's going to claim yet to have nothing to do with this to the end. I don't want this guy to cause us any more harm. Besides for his obvious contradictions, and keep things moving along. אז אני לא יכול לעשות פרס! הלוג'יק זה שאני לא יכול לעשות פרס! I didn't see anyone. Phoenix! Objection! Oh my god! Oh my god, למה איך אני שכחתי שהיה חייב לפגוש את פיניקס? Larry Butts. I can understand why you might want to throw your old life away. You're pretty pathetic, and you cause all sorts of trouble. I'm sorry. But I realize just how much of a nuisance you have been. That could be considered a step in the right direction. Hey, G, are you trying to console me? Certainly doesn't sound that way to me. However, cannot forgive you for simply turning away from the incidents you create. You're totally pinning this on me. Now then, let's talk about the night of the murder. Just the beginning, after seeing the murder take place, asked Phoenix Wright to report it. Thus, he headed for the public phone by the bridge. There, he happened to across a certain nefarious individual. You, Larry Butts. That's right, me in the flesh. Listen carefully with this. Doesn't matter if you change your name. So long as you remain pretty pathetic, you will continue to cause these incidents. The reality will not change. What? What do you want me to do then? Harry, what you need to do is change is your inner self. But for now, what you saw that night, testify truthfully about this one issue is all I need from you. Gee, I finally woken up! Well, I guess I can still be sleeping. But anyway, I'll do it! I'll testify! Well, I'm not sure this will go especially well. I'll ask again the witness. What did you see on the night of the murder? Okay, bonjour. Went to the shack around 9, so it would have been about 10:30. I was lying under my bed when a white flash almost blinded me. I looked out the window, and Dusky Bridge was on fire. There was still some wonder. I went right away to check it out. That's why I ran into Nick. So you saw quite a lot, didn't you? So, what happened to the bridge after it caught on fire? It was like me after a 3-day stint chasing a girl. Totally burned out, like almost totally gone. I mean, trying to cross the burning remains is what caused Nick to fall. What did you say? Oh, don't worry. It's nothing like burning. He just caught a cold. I never know with that man if he should be called lucky or unlucky. Now, Mr. Edgeworth, please commence your cross-examination. Okay. I went to the shack at around 9, so it will be about 10:30. I was lying on my bed when I saw a flashlight almost blinding me. בערך 10 עד 11 lightning, okay. Look out the window, the dusky bridge was on fire. But still some fun though, but I went right away to check it out. That's when I ran into Nick.
Hold it!
Seeing that, what did you do? I didn't think. I was pretty up as well, from the fire in my heart. And that's why you went to take a look at the bridge? Well, to be honest, it was freezing cold. My first thought, forget, I'm not leaving my covers. But I had pretty much stopped snowing, so I don't know, I changed my mind. So I carefully forget attitude you had at first with this. There's some fun about my right away to check it out. You said right away. Exactly how long after the strike was that? Nothing fell and the bridge caught on fire. Maybe around 5 minutes? Wait, that'll be fun. Gotta go check this out. How far is the small shack you were in from the bridge? Hold on. Oh. It had pretty much stopped snowing. I guess about a 5-minute walk. And how did Dusky Bridge look when you got there? I gotta recover the piece of my childhood. Wait, not even the bonfire kids make during school camping trips can compare. Oh, should I press it for any more info? Why didn't you call anyone? Or why didn't you go to the bridge? Lama not to the bridge road. Because I only thought to check out the bridge. Does this mean that you initially had no intention of doing so? Well, yeah, I guess it does. It's pretty cold. I really want to go out there. If that's the case, why did you change your mind? I would like to hear your reasoning. In which case, please give testimony to that effect witness. My reasoning? Okay, reasoning. Is it, if I'll never get another chance to see something so big burning.
Hold it!
Why didn't you call anyone? Larry, let me ask you one thing. What is it, Edgy? What's with the serious face? Why didn't you call anyone? Oh, what do you mean? Normally, when faced with a towering inferno, one would try to call someone. There is a public phone right on by Dusky Bridge, correct? Oh, of course, I thought of doing that. Let's see why you did it. Oh, yeah, okay, reason. My reason is that I didn't try to tell anyone. I just didn't have time to, okay? I arrived at the bridge and Nick showed up less than a minute later. $10:30. Locations are weather report. Sure. lightning היה ב-45. אז הוא חיכה 5 דקות, עבר 5 דקות להליכה. זה לפחות יהיה 55. ואז פיניקס נפגש אותו ב-11 ומשהו. אוקיי, מה? אוקיי. ועכשיו אני אעשה... Objection! Yes! I know it! Your very existence being a contradiction. I'm not sure if you can grasp this or not. Hey, what the heck, Angie? You make me sound like I'm some sort of alien. But your testimony is conclusively contradictory. The problem here is time. I've never been the best timekeeper, you know. 3 minutes after Billy observed on foot, you follow him on your bicycle. How long does it take for you to catch up with him? Terrible at those. This is much more simple. You saw the lightning strike like a dusky bridge, and immediately went to see what happened. Is this correct? Yeah, well, it's about 5 minutes first, but nothing more or less. Of the weather data from the night of the murder here. According to this, the lightning fell at 10:45 p.m. You say it takes less than 5 minutes from the shaft to Dusky Bridge. Meaning you probably got there at around 11 p.m. That all sounds about right, I guess. And then Nick showed up and did his falling act. That is impossible. What do you mean? 11 p.m. is when the murder occurred in Hazakura Temple. Thus, Wright was still there in the courtyard. There's no way that Larry could have encountered him at Dusky Bridge at that time. Excuse me, I have an objection. Do? Reggie, many times do I have to say this? Not Larry. Larry's on it. No! It has not been proven that the murder occurred at 11 p.m. Since they only said around 11. In which case it could have been earlier than that. But you're fully there, Mr. Francisco Vancoma. The slope ahead is slippery. For there is no way that Wright could have been there at Dusky Bridge at 11 p.m. And why not? It is clearly written here in the Weather Data report. It took around 30 minutes for the bridge to burn out. Therefore, the bridge must have been still burning until at least 11:45 p.m. Which means what exactly? Wright did not see the bridge while it was being consumed by the flame standard. In fact, it did not arrive on the scene until after the flames had died down. Larry, you're over the bridge at 11 p.m. Wright did not make it until at least 11:15. I suggest you stop hiding things and tell us the whole truth now then. What happened during those missing 15 minutes? Oh, I just got fully woken up by a total flashback. Because I was still sleeping after all. Bitchy. Wow, Larry. So there was a missing 15 minutes prior to being finished right. I hardly see that as much of a problem. Yeah, not much of a problem at all. Really? The bridge is burning before your eyes, and there is a phone right next to it. Why then did you not report the accident? Yes, witness. Why didn't you? You were there simply to watch the bridge burn. And therein lies the problem. For even after the bridge had burned out, he was still there. Staring into space, this witness didn't even attempt to fulfill his civic duty. That's what it sounds like. Oh, but this is Larry we're talking about. And he's incapable of being so stupid. Which means that there has to be a reason for his inaction. Hey, G. I think it's about time I got serious with you, dude. Just as I thought. You've been playing with all of us all this time. Listen. I tell you everything. Are you sure you want to hear it all? Yes. I may really say this time. Let's say it! Very well. I have a terrible bad feeling about this, however. Let's have the witness finally give the whole truth. Now, for this 15-minute gap, what were you doing with this? I'm a dogster. I'm an artist. What do you think I was doing? Sketching in front of the bridge. I was sweeping up into a frenzy of art. The shock and awe that I was feeling, I transferred all directly onto the page. Before I realized it, the flames had gone out and then he came running up. I suppose artists can be strange folks. That's right. I'm willing to sacrifice everything in order to draw the perfect sketch. Including the truth from the sound of it. Mr. Edgeworth, has this removed your last of your doubts? Well, Your Honor, one very large doubt still remains. And what would that be? This is a surprisingly believable story, especially considering the source. So why did he think he needed to hide it from us until now? I intend to drag the reason out of him. You'll regret this, Edgy. אז למה הוא לא סיפר לאף אחד בנוגע לרבע שעה? The burning bridge moved you so much, did it? I find that hard to believe. Moron, Edgy! Don't understand me at all! As an abandoned cat, I find myself passing by it with tears in my eyes. I'm a man who flung with irresponsible kindness. I have my irresponsible kindness to fill the pages of my notebook. An artist using a notebook. It's so pathetic, makes me want to cry myself. And you to go by at least the proper sketch pad. What does that got to do with anything? Sure, if you care. For an artist using a notebook or for sketch. Proceed, witness. Hold it! Sketching the burning bridge? אני רוצה לראות את התמונה. אם אתה אומר שיש לך sketch, תראה את התמונה. The burning bridge and everything that came with it. What came with it? Want to hear this from my lips, do you, Reggie? Regret this. Let's get mine is. Enough! Just take that ridiculous sketch of yours already with this. What are you talking about? I don't know what you mean. Does indeed appear to be the fastest solution. I'll leave it to you, Mr. Edgeworth. Actually, I do. I've got a terrible feeling that the instant this sketch is revealed, the entire world may be changed by what it's depicted on. Look at the sketch! Larry, I wonder if you could show us your sketch, please. Oh, well. But I couldn't have imagined it would turn out like this. Imagined what? Although Dornium's debut could take place here, today, like this. Show it now! Hey! Still yourselves. This is the world of Lori's dogs. מה זה? יש גופה מרחפת? Well, so this is Dusky Bridge, correct? Quite a large bridge, isn't it? Your response, Miss Von Karma? Yes, well, it's a better drive than I expected. Is it? I'm sorry to reproduce those flames, I really did. Yes, I'm sure you did. אף אחד לא רואה את הפיל שבחדר? This is going to get ugly. No one has the courage to bring up, it seems. This mysterious flying object. Larry? Why? The burning bridge is fine. What is that unfortunate-looking figure? I spotted that. I thought you might. However much I might want to ignore it, I can't. It's Iris, of course, Iris! I bet she'll take a better care of ourselves. We have planned for our future, you know. What would have happened to her if she had injured herself flying like that? Larry, please, answer this next question honestly. Okay. Are you really claiming to have seen this? Are you claiming to have seen the silhouette of the defendant flying over a bridge that was engulfed in flames? Yep, that's what I saw. That's why I drew it. I'm an artist, a real artist. You! Hi! That girl, she's really high up in this picture. Lenny, what the fuck? What was that for? This is all a bad dream. I was hitting on the cheek to test that theory. Please whip your own cheek from now on if you wish to test your wild theories. Anyway, no court of law will ever acknowledge that people can fly. Actually, there is some precedent for this. It was flying pretty high, messed with Iris. It was about 3 feet above the bridge. At least, it was really something to see. That's a big some kind of mistake. Mr. Edgeworth, please bring your witness back down to earth. What? Me? This witness is your friend, is he not? Accessory to foolishness. Miles Edgeworth. Let's get back to the cross-examination. By force, if necessary. Mr. Edgeworth, I expect you to expose the obvious contradiction here. Yes, Your Honor. I've got another reason to remember this moron. Well, what did you think of my debut piece? Get that thing away from me! Now, hurry up and cross-examine him. Our Iris flying. Oh, why would fly? The White Hood!
Objection!
Larry, what did you really see that night? Not that I particularly care. Your position, that's just being irresponsible. I drew exactly what I saw. I'll give a whole dollar that it's the truth. If that is truly the case, then there's one thing we can say for certain. What might that be? The person who flew over the bridge could not have been the defendant, Iris. What? What do you mean? I don't understand. Ah! Folly of the foolish statement, but equally foolishly foolhardy fool. How exactly can you make this claim? Tell us, Lamb. According to this picture, the individual who you say you saw was wearing a hood, correct? Of course she was. The rundown shack is far away from the bridge. Oh, it was what told me that this floating angel was my Iris. Oh, it was my daring Iris. And Iris is my daring hood. Darling, slicha. Ah, it seems there are bigger fools on this world than the one at the defense's bench. Larry, there's something you need to be made aware of. On the night of the murder, Iris wasn't wearing her hood. She had given it to Wright as a gift. Are you going to change the story now? Perhaps suggest it was Wright who took flight. What are you talking about? I think you understand what I mean just fine. Why? Why did Nick have Iris's hood? What? Reggie, what's going on with Nick and Iris? Are you Nick, you dog? Valerie. I do believe that this unbelievably mysterious sketch is destined to disappear, discriminated and disregarded, straight into the garbage. What is it now, witness? Feels like I've been waiting 25 years for this very day to come. Reggie, today is the day I get to completely superfy you. What? What's the meaning of your outburst, witness? I doubt to do this, but I have some definitive evidence. Definitive? Evidence? Iris did indeed come flying over the burning bridge, and I will raise dogs then. To prove it. Larry Marshall! I didn't expect to ask this again, but we shall be needing your testimony once more. Tell us anything you know concerning the defendant as depicted in the sketch. And show us your evidence that this nightmare was actually a reality. Hey, I hope you're ready, Reggie. Because I'm going to feed you a whopping serving of pain. You've been serving us a whopping serving of pain this whole time. Trust me. When I reached Dusky Bridge, she was already gone. I was so worried, so I frantically searched all over for her. Now let me find it. The beautiful crystal sphere, buried in the snow. Sure that Iris was simply wearing the spare hood. After all, no one else could have lost the crystal sphere that night. Elicito! אליס איבדה! זה על המקל! A crystal sphere. This one. Pretty, isn't it? But finders keepers. That sphere. Where did you find it? Let me see. Around here somewhere? Looks about right. And it was half buried in snow. It pretty much stopped snowing by then. But there was still some falling as I walked to the bridge. The court accepts this crystal sphere. It's mine, okay? I want it back afterwards. There's something on it. Dumb. Oh my, it's blood. What? Blood? You ready, Edgy? Or tomorrow morning you'll be calling me Master Larry. Yeah, I saw that. No one's going to push me around anymore. Don't you want to be called Loristonim? Only a few minutes ago? Last statement!
Objection!
Yes! I know it! Larry, that night, there was someone who lost the crystal sphere. There was? Who? Who was this stupid idiot? Miss Elise Goldman, the mentor to a stupid idiot. The victim? Of a fellow over here. And on the end of her stuff, it's a familiar looking crystal sphere. Hey, that's my photograph! Give it back! Ah! A Christmas sphere like that is quite easy to find. I have one just like it in my on my brooch. They look nothing like. In any case, please take a look at this. This is the victim's staff, found at the scene of the crime. Ah, the crystal sphere. It's gone. What? 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 Just what does this mean? If anyone jumped or flew across the bridge that night, it certainly was not Iris at all. She was not wearing her hood. More important, the crystal sphere found at the landing site was not hers either. Mr. Elise! That means the one who flew and dropped the sphere was the victim, Miss Elise Dogston.
Objection!
A fool alongside another fool on a fool's errand to reach a foolish conclusion. First of all, this sketch, which I prefer to call a scribble, is ridiculous. People cannot fly, thus it is rejected. You can't do that. And this crystal sphere, this is nothing more than a red herring. You honestly believe that? Give it some thought and I'm sure you'll realize that it is well miles Edgeworth. Elise Dobson was in her room on the night of the murder. There was no reason for her to go to the ski bridge. Therefore, this sphere cannot be related to this case. That's all.
Objection!
Yes, I'm dumb! Miss Francisca von Karma. The only people who will accept that explanation are scatterbrains and clowns. Why are you pointing at me? The victim's crystal sphere was found near the bridge on the night of her murder. And you expect us to believe this has nothing to do with the case?
Objection!
That crystal sphere was probably thrown away at the bridge after the murder. After the murder? There's blood on the crystal sphere, isn't there? This naturally suggests that it was thrown away after the murder took place. The killer placed it there and to throw the investigation off the scent. Which is the exact same reason that he drew that ridiculous sketch. What? You mean I'm the killer? Oh, joking aside, just when this crystal sphere appear near the foot of the bridge? Unless this can be proven in some way, I refuse to believe it is related to this case. She makes a valid point. There's no evidence that Elizabeth's name left Hazakura Temple that night. However, if somehow this crystal sphere can be proven to have been dropped before the victim was killed, then this case is going to transfer into something else entirely. רגע, נראה לי יש משהו. למי אמר שהדבר הזה היה מכוסה בשלג, נכון? Have covered in snow. Have covered in snow. לבין לא מכוסה בכלל בשלג. Case solved. Your response, Mr. Edgeworth. I want your final opinion on the disposition of this crystal sphere. If it is not related to the case, then this witness who you call will have nothing more than a monumental waste of time. Prepare yourself for some very appropriate punishment, Miles Edgeworth. Prove it? Can't prove that crystal sphere was dropped before the murder took place. Yes! Prove it. That isn't the issue. To simply prove it, that's the only option. That's what he would do. That's the way Phoenix Wright would do this. Your Honor, allow me to prove something to you. I'll prove that this crystal sphere is a vital link to solving this case. You wonder what? That look in your eyes. You remind me of Phoenix Wright when he is concerned. The coroner, סליחה. אני קורא נעשה בסייב, כי אני נראה שאני יכול לעשות סייב אחר כך. That should come as no surprise. But right now I am Phoenix Wright, and I am indeed coroner. I order you to present your evidence, Mr. Edgeworth. Evidence that proves that the crystal sphere was indeed dropped before the murder. Akadu, half covered in snow.
Take that!
This crystal sphere was half buried in the snow, correct? That's right. But if it hadn't stopped snowing, it would have been game over. The snow would have totally covered it. That's all I need to hear from you, Larry. Your testimony makes one thing quite clear. What? When the crystal sphere was dropped, it was snowing. Even if it was ever so slightly. Snowing? On the other hand, let us look at the scene of the murder. As proven earlier today, there is no snow on the victim's body. Ah! Therefore, the crystal sphere must have been dropped before the murder. What? Order! Order! On the night of the murder, the victim didn't go to Dusky Bridge. And there, something occurred that caused her staff's crystal sphere to come loose. What could that have been? This sphere. There is some blood on it, isn't there? Allow me to raise a certain possibility at this junction. The real crime scene was near the foot of Dusky Bridge.
Objection!
The murder didn't take place in the Hazakura Temple courtyard? Only a fool would suggest such a foolish piece of absolute foolishness. Just who is the fool? And which part is so foolish, Miss Von Karma? Have you been paying any attention this whole time, Miles Edgeworth? The sister saw everything. She saw the victim being killed by the defendant in the Hazakura Temple courtyard.
Objection!
No! That's not exactly true now, is it? But more precisely, what she saw was the metal weapon being removed from the victim's body.
That's the same thing!
No, it isn't. You say it yourself. בגלל שזה היה כמחסום.
אבל רוב הדמג' יהיה מתי שמוציאים את הבלייד.
If that statement is the truth, the dusky bridge could very easily be the sea of the murder. The murder weapon was not removed, thus there was no bleeding.
ואז איפה המurder weapon?
You're forgetting one final thing, Miles Edgeworth. Ellie Stoneham's body was found in Hazakurt Temple. On foot, it takes 15 minutes to travel from Dusky Bridge to Hazakurt Temple. You mean to suggest that someone carried the body all that way?
I've read this one. The only place to take this is to the end. I just need to prove the by version of the events is also perfectly plausible. Now, the defense is ready. The court would like to have an explanation. Please show us the method which the victim was using. The victim's body was carried to Hazakurt Temple.
אתם אידיוטים או שאתם אידיוטים?
On that snowy night, there's one way that the body could have been moved. The snowmobile. As we know, the snowmobile was used that night. It was explained as having been used to dispose of the murder weapon. But it could also have been used to carry a body.
This is completely unacceptable, Miles Edgeworth. You've dug yourself into your own grave.
What do you mean?
The only one who could have used the snowmobile was the defendant. She's the one who moved the body. Doesn't that put the final nail in your coffin?
You're too late, Francisca von Karma. And in fact, the defense has proven something else entirely. We have shown that this case requires further investigation.
Oh, what?
Who was the victim? Or is though really killed? If her body was moved, whatever for? And finally, just what does this image mean?
Do you even need to think about that? Such a creature could never see the truth, let alone describe it.
Objection!
This witness suddenly sits on one of the lowest possible branches of humanity. However, he would never utter a lie that could hurt a girl with whom he is enamored. He drew this, so it is something that actually happened. The defense stands firm on this point.
Thank you.
That settles it then. I cannot give a verdict under these circumstances. Right. I seem to have fulfilled my part in this. It's just as I thought. Francisca von Karma, you make a wonderful partner.
Excuse me?
There was only one reason, and one reason alone, for me being here. To expose the darkness lurking in this case, and then pass it on to Wright.
Really? That's what this was all about? You have just told me that from the very beginning. I would have had friends living me all around. I know Sedgeworth. I don't care about what you were told here to do. This was my very chance to finally grind you under my heel.
A shame that your chance seems to have slipped you by.
Oh, shame, Francie! This is all your fault! Such a terrible witness! You're an all kind of...
switch. וואו, פרנציסקה! הרגת את לארי!
I cannot believe that a witness is tested when it relates to an actual event. However, there has to be some sort of answer for the questions he raises. Have his words here today have been truth or lies? Next time we gather in the courtroom, those are the matters that shall be addressed. I'm counting on thorough investigation by both the defense and the prosecution. And with this, the rest is up to you. Right. Court is now adjourned.
ואשכרה עשי את זה בפחות משעה, ייי! מהמאמין, investigation, לוקח לי יותר זמן מה שאני trial. אז זה הולך להיות הסיום של הפרק של היום.
יש פרט 3, אוי לא.
לא, זה החלק של investigation. אז כן, זה הולך להיות הסיום של הלייב, או לתדיוק סרטון של היום. כאן היה ירין, ניפגש בסרטון עוד, אבל בשיר, מקווה שנהנתם, וירין, אאוט. ביי חברים, מקווה שאתם נהנים.